identification of journal for publications. Nowadays, I think it's a very difficult task to everybody. Anybody can write the paper nowadays, right? Anybody can write the paper, even with the help of a lot of tools we have artificial intelligence. But only thing is identify the right journal is very difficult task in your respective domain. So that's what we are going to look at. See, for me, it's not difficult because I had a good amount of experience in the past, uh, how to select the right journal. So that's why for me it's not a difficult task. So that's what I'm going to whatever I had experience in the past related to how to identify the journals, what are the things has to be looked at. So everything we are going to just I'm going to share the experience, um, whatever I had. So coming to this, if I move on to the next slide, the objective is what we are going to cover for the next 1.5 hours. One is I'm going to tell you why we need to identify the right journal. Okay, that is the first one which we are going to look at. And the second thing is what are the strategies? Okay, the strategies which I have mentioned, that is my strategy. Normally, how I will select the journal. We are going to learn the strategies to identify the journals based on your respective domain. And finally, very important, the third objective is how to assess the quality of the journal. So we can't send, we can't send that article just like that to any other journal. So that's very important, the quality of the journal also, so that it will be very important in the future. Okay, it will be very useful in the future. Uh, Based on that, we need to look at certain things. Now, fine, these three objectives we are going to look at. See why we need to why the institutions uh, suggesting to do publications. See, there are two types of research. One is academic research, another one is industry research. One is, see, we are not going to talk about the industry research because we all know that what is the industry research. Industry people will be finding the solution for the problems which is immediately. So that is the industry. We are not going to focus that now because all are from our academic domain. So we need to focus on academic research point of view. What is the outcome of academic research? Can I get one response quickly in the chat box? What is the outcome of academic research? What is the outcome of academic research? I hope you're all there. What is the outcome? What is the outcome of academic? We are all doing research. We are all writing papers, funding project, fund. We are writing the proposals for the funded projects, new knowledge. Okay. Then apart from that, can we say publications? Yes. The academic research outcome is fine, new knowledge fine. But what uh, what is the expectation from the academic research is publication. After publication only everybody will come to know what kind of research, what is the new knowledge shared by the researchers in the society, right? So that is the outcome is academic research. Outcome of academic research is publication. So as an academician, one thing is the outcome should be publication, and second thing is see, don't think that uh, why we need to publish. Okay, so whatever you have learned, everything you can convert that into the practical aspects. Something should be should be benefit, right, to somebody, either to the students, future students, society. Okay, so do not think that why we need to publish. So we, as a faculty, as an academician, we should publish our work so that it will be helpful to the society. So that is the one thing. And many people still they're thinking that why I should do it for the institutions. See, don't think in that way because when you're doing publications with regard to your domain, automatically your profile will be increased. Automatically your profile will be increased. Okay. Once you have, if your profile, if you build your profile based on the number of publications, then institutions will grow. Okay. So both the way it will be benefited. Now, why institutions are asking? Because of the accreditations. Okay. Because see, you have to start from the individual and then institutional perspective. So if you're thinking that why I should do for institution, then you will never build your profile. You will never build your profile. So so I wanted to tell this before starting the content of this session. Now coming to the next one. Now, okay, publication is fine. Academic academic research outcome is publication. Mm. So there are many publishers we have. Okay, why? And particularly what we need to look at, only we need to look at the, uh, you can publish, but your article should be indexed in the reputed database. Your article should be uh, indexed in reputed database. Why? Because it is widely acceptable. I mean, what is it? Globally recognized. It should be globally recognized publications. So that is why institution is suggesting to all the faculties to publish, scholars to publish Scopus and Web of Science. So what is a Scopus? Scopus is a reputed database that is a product of elsewhere. Okay, that is a Scopus. And another one is Web of Science. It is a product of Clarivate. It's a product of Clarivate company. Now we are going to focus Scopus, Web of Science, and the third one, apart from that, we are going to look at ABDC journals, Australian Business Dean Council. Now, why, sir? Why Scopus? Why can't non-Scopus? Non-Scopus, I don't want to talk about the non-Scopus because we have to uh, see our work should be visible to everybody in the world. So for that, what is the way? That is what we need to look at. So wide coverage. If you publish your work in the journal, that journal has to be indexed in Scopus, as well as your article also has to be indexed in Scopus. Wide coverage means everybody can be visible, because large number of journals will be indexed. I mean, large number of journals are there in the Scopus because it is covering not only management, it's covering what is that? It's covering psychology, life science, engineering, medicines, all those things it's covering. Okay, that is Scopus, as well as the Web of Science also. Coming to the reputation, yes, it is a globally recognized as a benchmark, not only here in India. Even if you go to the UK, US, that foreign professors also having this Scopus. They are just taking the journals from the Scopus database. They are publishing. Even when you go for the QS ranking or WSSB accreditations or NBA, they are asking how many faculties in your department, in your institution published in this Scopus indexed journals. That is the second. Reputation is a matter. And the third one is metric support. What is a metric support here? See, if you publish in the reputed indexed journal, you can see the quality of the journal. See, the journals can be measured through the quality of the journal can be measured. One is impact factor. Okay, in Scopus, we'll be calling it as impact factor. And in Web of Science, sorry, in Scopus, we'll be calling it a site score. In Web of Science, it is calling it as impact factor. Both are same. Okay, both are same. The calculation procedure, because based on the citations for the last 3 years, they will be doing this. What is that? This metrics. So the quality of the journal we can measure properly through Scopus and Web of Science. And then institutional and funding reference, very relevance, very important, because when you're applying ICSR funded project, they will be expecting last recent 5 year, five Scopus indexed journals, isn't it? So it is helpful for the institution because of the accreditations, getting the accreditations, as well as when you're applying any funded projects, either India or the abroad, they will be asking this uh, journals which has to be indexed in Scopus as well as Web of Science. Then the last one, rigorous selection. What is the rigorous selections? Uh, when they are taking when they're taking the journals to index in Scopus, there are various criteria they will be checking. That is why we are calling it as a journal is indexed in Scopus is always, highly standard. Too much of selection process, then only the journal will be selected for the indexation. So now this is the purpose of doing Scopus and Web of Science. So what we are going to do, I'm just going to look at this. I mean, I'll just keep that last slide. It's not required now. Now the thing is, why I have to identify the right journal? Because I'm going to tell you from each domain how to identify the journals. Sir, why can't I have written the papers in management, especially in finance? What is the problem if I publish an engineering domain journal? That is a waste. You can publish, but who will read your paper? Are you doing for namesake? Don't think that you're doing for namesake. Okay, so my work, my work visibility should be reached to everyone. Visibility should be more as well as it has to be reached to the exact audience. Then the second one is, see now, if you are selecting the right journal based on your domain, your I mean but journal reviewers, editors will be from that particular domain only. If you're sending to the engineering journal, then who will review your paper? So the domain experts will be there in that journal. Then always it will improve the credibility and academic reputations if you publish the journals with respect to your domain. Then complaints with the institution, this I have mentioned already, facilitates collaborations and networking. So if you publish and indexed in reputed database, then your everybody will be visible your work across the globe. So from that, you can get a lot of connections, and that's why we have a lot of research platforms, ResearchGate. We have a LinkedIn, right? So through that, we can get the connections for the collaborations. Then reduce time and effort because if you're selecting irrelevant, I mean, if you're selecting unrelated journals, then every time you'll be getting rejections. So unnecessarily, we will be wasting your time, and then the data also sometimes outdated. Okay, so that will reduce the time and effort if you're selecting the right journal. Ethical consideration, of course, we should give justification why we have selected, why we have published, why we have to publish in that respective journal. So that is the reason for identifying the right journal for, especially for the academic publication. Now there are two things. There are two ways to select the journal for the publication. One is normally I don't know about the Indian case, Indian context. If you look at the people from overseas country, first they will be identifying the journal before publications. Sorry, first they will be identify the journals, and then they will start to write the articles as per the journal requirements. Okay, so really, if you want to focus, your focus is Q1, Q2 or FT50, then my suggestion is you first look at the journal and then what they're expecting, what is the theme they're expecting, what is the guidelines, everything you just thoroughly look at and then start work on that. Definitely that will click. And second thing is normally what we will be doing, first we'll write the journal, I mean we'll write the manuscript and then we'll go for identifying the journal. So this is where we will be facing the problems. Again, even I'm also following the same because where is the time? Understand? So uh, either anyone you can follow to select the journal for publication. So let's go with the either first or second one. Now this is the if you take any journal, reputed journals. So this is how the process will be from journal selections we will be doing, then manuscript preparation, then we will submit that, peer review everything. Then if it is rejection, then we have to look at the another journal. So this is don't want to spend time on this. Now look at this. Many of our academic researcher, our ambition wants to publish our paper in any one of the publishers in this case, whatever I have displayed. See, these are the most dominant publishers in the world. Okay, one is if you look at Sage, elsewhere, Willie, Taylor and Francis, Cambridge. Uh, okay, so these are all Oxford. So these are all the publishers which are mostly dominating in the world. Okay. If you publish in any one of the publishers, then that will speak the quality of the work. Okay, fine. So I'll move on to the next one quickly. How to identify identify the journal. The first step, how do you select the journal? Any response? Any response? Can I get some response on the chat box? How would you normally how will you select? Just share your experience in one line. How will you select the journal? On what basis? Yes. How will you select the journal? Okay. Based on UI scope coverage. Okay. Okay. Fine. Impact factor. Okay. Fine. Now, so very good. Keywords. Thank you. So normally we have to select the journal based on the keywords. Keywords. So what is the normally would have mentioned below the abstract keywords you have mentioned. That keywords you have to use it for journal selection. So after the keywords, say for example, take minimum five keywords and then identify minimum three journals. Identify three journals based on the keywords. Then what is the next one? Make the comparisons based on the certain criteria. That criteria I'm going to share now. Whatever I have, whatever whenever I will be selecting the journal, I'll be looking at these criteria. Okay, so make the comparisons based on the certain criteria to select the journal. In that, the first one, okay, in the first one, what I'm going to do here. So, can I get some keywords? Three keywords. Anybody, if you have paper, just mention the keywords in the chat box so that I can tell you which journal will be apt for that. Okay, green finance. Then another keywords. Okay, green finance, sustainability. Fine. Okay, I'll just move on to that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just can you see the screen? Can you see the screen? Whatever I'm just doing here. Yes. Uh, hello,
Hello.
sir. Can you able to see? Okay, can you able to see the screen, sir? Google page.
No, no.
Okay, let me share that. What about now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. What I'm going to do straight away, I'm just moving on to the Scopus. If you have a subscriptions, you'll get a lot of facilities. If your institution subscribe the Scopus database, you'll get a lot of uh, privileges. So here, what I'm going to do, this is a Scopus web page. If you see here, there is a source download Scopus source list. Download Scopus source list. I'm just selecting here. Here we have two things, download Scopus source title list and then this one. I'm going to first select download Scopus source list. Here, first one is journal and second one is the link is book chapter. Okay, book will be. I think usually books, if there is if you have written any chapters, that book will be indexed in Scopus. Okay, that is the link, and then now I'm going to select this link, which is including discontinued list. See now, can you see that? What is that list? This is a list of where you can see all the journals which are indexed in Scopus. Just to see here, it's opening. Okay, now if you look at the Scopus database, if you look at the Scopus database, Now tell me, see how many journals indexed in Scopus database? 49,361. Sir, 49,361. From that, how I can select one journal for my research article. So that is what we are going to filter now. So please remember, we are going to select three journal based on the keywords, green finance, sustainability, etc. So what I'm going to do, I have downloaded the list of journals, which I have opened here. Okay. Now, see, this is applicable for everybody. Why I told you Scopus here? Because it includes all the disciplines. If you look at the disciplines which are highlighted, life science, social science, physical sciences, health science, agriculture, business, chemical engineering, chemistry, economics, econometrics, everything is there. So you please select the domain. So green finance will take business and management as well as economics and econometrics. Okay, so what I'm going to do, this is the first column. Can you see that number? 48,190 journals are indexed. So I'm going to select any one. So look at this. I'm going to take only one journal. I'm going to select the domains. Life science, no. I'm going to delete. Social science, physical, these are all no. Because my keywords is green finance. Okay, then, okay, I'm going to keep business management because it is comes under business domain. And rest you can delete. Yeah, I can just keep econometrics because uh, that sometimes analysis will include econometrics also. I'm going to keep everything for delete. Okay, what I have done, I have just removed all the domain. Only I kept what is that? Two domain. The next one, the next one, what I'm going to do, source title. Now we can keep, this is very important. Can you see here active or inactive? See the list which includes active as well as inactive. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah. Fine. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are
Yes,
audible.
sir.
Okay. Okay. So fine. See now, there are some journals are inactive, active. So what I'm going to filter. See what I'm going to do now. I'm going to select the journal. For that, I'm filtering the some of the criteria things. So I'm going to filter this only. I'm going to take active journal which are currently indexed in Scopus. Filter, keep only active. Now tell me, out of 48 plus, how many journal after filtering, how many journals are currently indexed in Scopus? Can you see? 31,633. Okay. So now again, what I'm going to do here, 31,000, but domain is only business and management economics. So this I'm going to filter, use the filter option, filter, take only business, rest all we don't want, as well as economics. Okay. See now tell me how many journals we have in our domain with regard to our area. Yes, 592. Okay. So 592, which is related to business and economics journal. Just look at here. The rest of the things I'm going to delete because we need coverage also. Coverage and this I don't want. These things I don't want. These unnecessary information. Then fine. So this is the final publishers. Yes, we need publishers, and this is not required. This is not required. So now from 48 plus, I got what is that? 500 and plus journals related to my area. Now we have to use the keywords. What is the keywords? The keywords is green finance. Green finance. So sometimes we will not get direct journal about the green finance. So what we can do, okay, so let me just deselect the filter option. Clear. Sorry. Okay. Or let it be. Green finance not coming. Okay. So anything related to green somewhere we can do here. I think some of the active inactive will just take only active. We have done. Again, we have just filtered. Or just let me try green finance. Can you see here? Green, okay, it's a green chemistry, fine. Green finance, I'll just mention. Yeah, directly we have one journal. What is that? Green finance. I'm just highlighting green finance. Then any other journal related to green finance? Yeah, only we have one. And then anything related to sustainability also we can take it. Green technology and sustainability. Yes. Then anything highlights of sustainability. We'll take three journal. Yeah, we'll take environmental journal of management and sustainability. So how many journals I've selected? I have selected um, green finance. So what I'm going to do here, there are two things. Now this is okay, three. I'm just going to copy, keep it in next thing. Green finance is a journal. Then sorry. What is the next one? Green technology. Then the last one, we are going to select any one journal based on some criteria. Yeah, this one we have identified. Okay, these are all the reliable one. which we have taken from the Scopus database. So this is the three journal we have selected. Now, tell me, first one, what we need to look at, scope and relevance. This is the first criteria always I will be looking at. The scope and relevance here is we have to just do that. Every journal homepage, if you see, there is a scope and relevance. What are the themes the journals will be expecting from the authors? Okay, the coverage. Okay, if I'm selecting the journal called, what is the journal here? Green Finance. Green Finance. This is the Green Finance. Sorry, Green Finance. Green Finance. This is the journal. Okay, when I'm typing in the Google, this is the web page I'm getting. Okay, but how this web page is reliable? What I have got it in the Scopus database, what I got it here, is it reliable or not? Okay, now what we need to look at first, we need to look at the scope of the journal. If you click at the journal homepage, you can see the scope. Can you see somewhere here? Can you see in the journal aim and the scope? You can see whether my article is relating to this scope. Okay, the coverage. Whether my area is like this. Okay, then you can choose this journal. So what is the next one? The next one is target audience. That is also we have to look at. So if I'm sending this my article to the journal, who will be my target audience? Okay, so that is also we have to look at. Also, the third one, impact factor and academic ranking. Okay, what is that? Now, sir, I wanted to publish in quality journal. Then how will you measure the quality of the journal? The quality of the journal measured by what is that? I'm going to see now. This is the home page. This is the home page. In the home page, what is the journal metrics? The quality of the journal can be assessed through metrics, journal metrics that is called site score and impact factor. What is the impact factor? The journal, as per my knowledge, the impact factor means the journal is indexed in Web of Science as well as the site score means Scopus database. Okay, five impact factor 5, site score is 10.3. Sir, is that number is good? Yes, because in our field, in the management field, if you're getting 2.5 impact factor, that is more than enough. That is a good journal. Even 1.52 impact factor, also it's a good journal. But if you look at the medicine journal, then impact factor will be more. There is one journal related to cancer. Its impact factor is 1,000 something, right? What is the impact factor? It is all about how many number of citations a journal got it last 3 years publications. Okay, that is the metrics. The third criteria I will be checking because always we will be looking at the quality of the journal. So now what I'm going to do, one I've just mentioned, is that now the website they've given 5.10.3. Sir, is that number will be there? Can I see it in the Scopus database? Yes, you can see. So where I have to find out here, this is the source. If you go to the source option, I'm going to type green finance because green finance, I have just kept it as one option. Select this. Can you see? Green finance is the open access journal. What is the site score? 10.3. In the journal, in the Scopus database, impact factor will be calling it as site score, but in the Web of Science, impact factor, not site score. But calculation is same. Select this. Can you see here? This is the green finance. This journal is having 10.3. It's a good journal. Okay, so that is the third criteria I will be checking normally. Then coming to the next one, speed of publication. Yes, speed of publication is very important. What is the whether the journal is quarterly or annual publications or biannual publications. See, suppose some journals, every year once only they will be published. which means it will take time. 2 years also it will take time for the publication. Suppose some journals, there are good publisher journals, Emerald, elsewhere and all, they are publishing every month. If they're publishing every month, meaning that that is not a good journal. I'll just show an example that journal. Okay, so you have to look at the frequency of the publications and then ethical standards. Frequency of the publications, it will be there. Okay, if you look at the website, it would be there. What is what is that? Here you can see the current issue, all issues you can see. If you see all issues, which means, see, now this is once in a year it is publishing. If you are sending this your paper to this journal, at least minimum you should wait for getting the decision 6 months. You can see that. You can see that instruction of authors, everything clear. Then coming to the next criteria, if you see ethical standard. Now I'm just going to talk about later. Uh, is it a journalist predated journal or a cloned journal? You have to very clear on that. Okay, so same website you can see in the another page related to green finance. So is it that is what we are just talking this? How to take the right reliable journals for the publication. So whatever we are going to do, is it a website? Okay, fine. We are going to compare the website. Whatever information which is given, the same information should be should be there in the Scopus database. Then open access or subscription also we have to check. Is there sometimes open access they will be charging money. I'm not talking about that one. Open access means if the journal is visible to everybody or subscription based. Then the next one, check previous issue. This is very, very important because there are some journals, they will be publishing 1,000 article in 1 month, in every quarter. Say, for example, every issue, they will be publishing 1,000 article. But journal will be indexed in Scopus. But 1,000 article will not be indexed in Scopus. Only out of 1,100 articles only will be indexed in Scopus. So how to check that? Sir, I wanted to check whether the previous article in the previous issue has been indexed in Scopus or not. Can we just check this? 2025 will take, okay, this is a 4 issues. I'm sorry, this is a 4 issues per year. Then I think you can send your paper to this journal. Now, sir, I wanted to check the previous issue. What is the last previous issue 4? Now I wanted to check this article is indexed in Scopus or not. Just click this, co- copy the title, and then go to the Scopus. There is a source option, so search option. In that, you can click the title, article title, then paste the title here. Then click this. Are we getting? Yes, this is a reliable journal. Previous up to the recent issues, the article has been indexed in Scopus. Can you see here? Adoption of green banking. The same we have seen uh, in this last issue. Okay. Now, so how to measure that the green finance? See 10.3. If you click that green finance, what is the metrics? 10.3. I'll come to the Q1, Q2 later. It's a Q1 journal. It's a Q1 journal in the finance field. Okay, fine. Then coming to the next one, this is very important. Then indexing in reputed database. Yes, we have just analyzed, we have taken the list from the Scopus and we have verified with the website also it is indexed, both are matching. Then the next one, content coverage in database every year. What is the content coverage? If you look at the Scopus, content coverage means, I'll just go to the green finance page. Can you see here there is an option called Scopus content coverage. This is very important. How many years? See, now this is the 4 issues per year. Every year, see the consistent of the publication. 23, 24, 24, 20. That's why there's a quality journal. That's why the site score also has been increased. There is a one journal, I will just show it to you. There is one journal called This journal. You see that. You see that in this journal. Um, and just go with that. International. You can see this journal. Yeah. You see this journal. This is also Scopus indexed, multidisciplinary. You see the Scopus content coverage. What is the similarity? What is the new things you can see here? Up to 2023, only 12 documents. 2025, there is a sudden uh, article. I mean, a lot of article has been indexed, published and indexed in Scopus. 2025, 26, we have just not even completed 2 months in this year, but 63 documents has been already indexed in Scopus. But do you think there is no consistent in the publications? So anytime this kind of journals will be discontinued as per my knowledge. Okay, that's what everywhere we are just seeing that comment in the LinkedIn, all those things. So like that, we have many other journals. So what I'm going to do, the next one, so that is very important thing where you have to look at content coverage in the database every year. The type of publishers. See, if you are really looking for Emerald, Elsewhere, Sage, then you should wait. You should wait for some period of time. So I wanted to publish within 3 months, 6 months. For that also there is a journal. There are journals we have. So you have to look at some institutional based journals. So some universities, say for example, Narasimhaji Institute of Management Studies, they have their journals, which is indexed in Web of Science that I'm going to show later. And there are some other journals, like, we have Oxford, Cambridge, and then we have this journal. What is that? There is a journal called SEMS. It's located in SEMS. Yeah, SEMS Journal of Indian Management. See, this is the this is a journal which has been offering by SEMS group of education institutions. So you can send the journals, you can send the article to these journals because you'll be getting immediate response, whether accepted or rejected. Okay, that depends upon the publishers. Whatever you want, you just decide. Then inception year of publication, very important. The inception year is, can you look at here? Let's take the green finance. In the green finance, when the journal is indexed in Scopus 2020, I mean, the last 6 years, only it is indexed. Is there high chance for the publication? Yes. There are some journals which are there from 1976. So always my suggestion is the recently indexed Scopus journals you can look at for the publications. So that is one of the my higher weightage I'll be given to that only. Okay. So the recent one you try to take, and then the next one is submission fee. Yes, there are many journals asking article processing charges. That depends upon the case by case. So don't think that APC is it's a commercial. Some journals, even if it is a good journal, they will be expecting money from the authors because of editorial fees, reviewer fees, printing fees, everything for that they will be charging, right? So that is the one thing, article processing charges. And another thing is submission fee. What is the submission fee? When you're submitting the paper, they will be asked you to submit the fee, $100, $50, which is not refundable. So that is one thing that you can decide however you want. That is also one criteria. Because I'm not ready to pay, why I should pay? I mean, I'm not ready to pay, then I don't want to select those kind of journal. Then this is also you have to look at acceptance or rejection rate. Okay, if you look at the green finance, somewhere they would have mentioned what is acceptance rate. If you go to the journal homepage, what is the acceptance rate? Let's take this journal. Um, I just mentioned, right? International Journal of Multidisciplinary Scope. You can see here. The This is a Q4 journal. You can see the acceptance. See, percentage of acceptance. See, 30. 30 is a good actually. There are good journals, they will acceptance level will be 9%, 10% only. See, this acceptance, just example, I'm just telling. The acceptance level is now 8.8.7, which means huge submissions. Because of, okay, that's fine. You have to look at the acceptance or reject, I mean, acceptance rate. Then, very important, check the ISSN number. Check the ISSN number, it should be the same. Now, see here the green finance in the Scopus database. What is ISSN number which is given? 26431092. The same ISSN number should be there in the web page also. Can you see here? See, sometimes the predicted journal or as in the cloned journal, uh, in the similar websites, you can see the same ISSN number. That's what I told you. If one is matching, another things you have to look at. What is auto whether last issue has been indexed in Scopus? I'll just give you one good example here. One journal which I'm going to show you. Okay, so now what is the next one? Submission guideline. Here only we are not spending time. Just like that, okay, sir, I have paper related to green finance. Journal also I've identified. If you're just sending just like that to the journal, immediately they will be rejected. This rejection will happen because of the author does not follow the guidelines. Please follow the guidelines strictly before submitting the manuscript to the journal, respective journal. So this is the last one. Because of no time or whatever reasons, we are failing to do this case. Okay. So these are all the normally not required to select and look at all those things. At least you take 5 criteria to select the right and reliable journal for the publication. Okay, one I told. So what you can do, I think whoever has mentioned green finance, you can look at these things. Now I'll just tell you quickly, if the paper is quality one, you can go for the green finance. Okay, suppose sir, if it is a moderate level, I'll just tell you about the another case also. What is a Cree technology? It is a 9 point. This is also good journal. Okay, see now 2023 to 2026. I'm not sure about the APC, but you try. You try this journal also. See, like that, everybody should look at. And then the third journal is see, this is highly recommended. See, suppose if it is not up to that level, then you can try this one, the International Journal of Management and Sustainability, because though the impact factor is 1.1 and the recent publication 2000, I mean, recent indexation 2019 to till to date, you can get immediate response. At least if you're not getting acceptance immediately, you'll get the response immediately. So you can try these three journal for, you can choose any one for sending your manuscript for the publications. Clear? Fine. So normally this is how you have to look at. Coming to the next one, very important thing. Before that, I will just tell you one thing. We are all talking about Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Sir, I wanted to publish in Q. If you are a beginner, please go for the Q4 and Q3. If you already published in Scopus, if you already published in various indexed journals, then you try to look at Q1, Q2, FT. I mean, FT50 journals. Normally, we are thinking that Q1, Q2 means how they are calculating Q1, Q2. See, the first 25 percentage is called Q1. What is the top 1 to 25? It is quite opposite. If you see here, if you see the, if you look at this, Q4 means the first, I mean, what is that? Sorry, Q1 means first to 75 to 100 percentage. Q2 means 50 to 74. Q3 means 25 to 49. And the Q4 is the last. Actually, everybody is thinking that this is the ulta. Q1 means, okay, first 25 percentage. 25 to 50 is the Q2. Not like that. I'm going to show an example here. I'll just show with the example here. Most prestigious is the Q1. Prestigious, but not as that much. Q1 is that one. Q2, Q3 is the middle, and then least prestigious. So what I'm going to do, even I'm not telling just like that, I just copy and paste it, fine. But if you look at the Scopus database, um, I'll just, now we are talking about the green finance, right? Green finance. See, the green finance is, if you look at Scopus content coverage, these are all the 28 documents which has been indexed, published in 2025. If I click that, select the green finance. Can you see the right side? The right side we have, what is that? Whether the article, whether the journal is indexed in Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. What? See now, the journal is having 10.3 side score, but it is Q1. There are some journals, see now, I also have published recently the Q1. If you see, this is my profile page. If you published in Scopus indexed art journals, this profile will be created. Now, if you look at, there are 38 documents. See, now this is the one journal where I have published. If you look at the economics journal, 4.1, 4 point, but Q1, it's a Q1 in econometrics because I've used econometrics, so I can consider only this Q1 in the field of econometrics. So even if it is a business and management or psychology domain, even if it is 3.5, 4.5, it's a good journal. That's why it is categorized as Q1. So Q1 means what? 80th percentile. What is an 80th? I told you, right? 75 to 100 is the Q1. 50 to 75. See now Q2. Why it is a Q2? Because the range is percentile between 59 to this one. Okay, so this is how the journals are categorizing in the Scopus database. Okay, fine. So now I'll move on to the next one. This sheet we have discussed. This sheet we have discussed how we have to filter. This is Scopus. Next sheet, which is very important. Can you all see here? Accept a title. See, every month the Scopus elsewhere company, they will be updating the sheets. Every month, 100 journals will go out delisted, 100 journals will come into the indexation. So in that case, see that every month you can see the recently indexed journal. When is the last date of update here? When is the last date? December 2025. See, there are a lot of, these are all the journals. If you see, up to, I mean, in the December month only, how many journals are indexed? There are 388 journals are indexed. Here also you can look at. See, I had a good amount of experience by looking at this list. Always my first preference, every month I'll be looking at this list only. Sir, why, sir, this is a recently indexed? No, then how it will be believe? How can we believe this? See, whether you are believe or not, because I am believing because I had a good experience. Because lot of the journals, lot of my managed articles has been published in the recently indexed journal. If you look at my profile, I these are all the journals. This journal also I have just taken when it was recently indexed. Okay, like that, there is one journal called TPREF. This is also, I have published two articles, which is when it was recently indexed, there were no APC. Immediately I got acceptance within 2 weeks. It's a good journal only. And there is another journal called I did not expect this here. This is also within 2 months. Journal of Project Management. Journal of Project Management. This is a Q2 journal. It's a Q2 journal. If you look at that, I have published this. See, these are the journals where I have taken. I have taken from the recent list only. If you look at, See, this is the journal. So we have published Canadian-based journal. Look at this 3.5, and this is the Q2 journal. So this I did not actually we did not expect this a Q2. After publication only, we got to know oh it's a Q2. It's unpaid, both indexed in Scopus as well as Web of Science. Okay, similarly that which one I have shown right IRJMS. Okay, this is also what is that, and then economics. Economics. Yeah, this is also. So why I'm telling this? This list is very important. If you want to publish within short period of time, it is always advisable to go for this list. So don't think that it will be indexed within one. What is that? The journal immediately. See now, if you look at the Journal of Computer, Mechanical and Management, click this. If you check it in the database, in the Scopus search, sorry, sources, it will not be there. So you should not panic, sir. Why it is not there? It will take time. So because last 2025 only the journal is indexed. But if you look at the database, if you want to check in that database, it will not be available. It will take time. You can believe because Scopus only issued this database. So it is advisable to go for this uh, when you wanted to publish very easy at the short period of time. Then discontinued list. Yes, these are all the journals which are delisted. Whatever highlighted in the red color, whatever given in the list, it is delisted. See, there are 1,096 journals are delisted in the month of December. Okay, fine. So this is how you have to filter the journals based on your keywords with respect to your domain. Coming to the next one, then I'll move on to the next one, Web of Science. See, Web of Science, Scopus is one, a reputed database. Then coming to the next one, Web of Science, just type Web of Science is the product of Clarivate. Click that master list. If you type Web of Science, you'll be getting the master list. See here, there are the four core collections. Science citation. See, this Web of Science includes science journals, social science related journals, and then arts and humanity and the business related journals. If you say medicines, I'm not sure medicine journals that much will not be available when compared with the Scopus. So there are four collections. You can take the other things also. It's there. Medicine also it's there. What is the clinical medicines? All the journals are there, like Scopus. How many journals? If you see how many journals which is indexed in Web of Science, you can see the number here. I'm unable to see the number. Okay, fine. So from that you can take the list. Say for example, there is one journal. I told you right, and Narasimha, right? NM. So this is the one journal. This is actually the journal which is uh, the journal now which is offering by the NMMS Business School. This is indexed. This is Sage publication. This is indexed in Web of Science. See, Web of Science, they will not be mentioned Web of Science. Wherever you can see emerging source citation index. Can you see the green finance? What is that? Side score means Scopus. So where I wanted to check impact factor, you can see that you can see that index about abstracted in. What is abstracted in? Whether the journal is indexed in Scopus or what. See, the green finance is indexed in ABDC list, Australian business. Sorry, not this one, not this one. This is not ABCT. Yeah, this is Web of Science and Scopus. So that's what it is mentioned. What is that? Impact factor 5. Okay, and then Web of Science, this is Scopus score, site score. Now, what I'm going to do now, Web of Science, if I click that view profile page, it will come. Can you see that? What is the sites? Can you see the impact factor here? That is why it is mentioned. Scopus site score, Web of Science is the impact factor. Okay, fine. So now there are a lot of journals. Please go and check. What is that journal website? If you want, you can go and check. Is it quarterly? I mean, frequency of publication quarterly, issue per year four, right? Then see now Green Finance. You can check Green Finance also. See, the Green Finance journal is indexed in Scopus as well as Web of Science. Don't think that all the Web of Science journals will be indexed in Scopus. Some journals will be indexed in Scopus, will not be indexed in Web of Science. Web of Science index journals will not be in Scopus database. Some journals will be in both indexed. So Green Finance example we will take. So this is what we got it. What is the impact factor? 1 point, still not yet updated here. 1.128. Sorry, 1.28. You can see here. So this is a Web of Science and another one more database where I wanted to bring it here, ABDC listed journals. I'm just little fast because I wanted to cover a few things so that it will be very useful to all of you. I've just uh, typed ABDC listed journals. Click that where you can get. There is a list you can see. If you want, you can search. You can take the list ABDC journal quality list. Click this. This is a recent one. January they have issued. Click this. See now, for Web of Science Corpus, we have site score, I mean, impact factor. The quality of the journal in the ABDC is measured through A star, A, B, and C category. Okay, there is no option called D. Okay, Australian Business Dean Council. Highly, okay, suppose that I wanted to look at C category journal. Okay, I wanted to, this is the suggestion, sorry. This is a draft. We'll take a Okay, just we'll take example. Suppose if I want, what is that? Uh, C category journal, you can select based on your manuscript level. Okay, sorry, this one will take. That is a removed list. Now they have removed. We'll take this. Only will take C category journal. See now, the C category journal, which area you wanted to look at. See, there are total number of C category journal is about 948. But if you are filtering based on your domain, it will be reduced to the, I mean, the number will be reduced. From that, you can select the journal. So we have three database Scopus, Web of Science, and ABDC for journal selection. Now, what is the next one is which I wanted to tell you here, sir? I am very difficult. Apart from this, is there uh, any other any other strategy we have to find out? See now, these are all the another way. So I don't have a time to look at all those things. Then you can go for the uh, journals finding tools. Okay, what is a journal finding tools here? If you go to the Sage Journal Finder tool, each and every publisher they will be having journal finder. What you have to do? Only you have to suppose if I'm writing elsewhere easiest to work journal, or let's take Springer Springer Journal Finder tool. Okay, so what do we need to? We need to copy and paste the abstract here. So right now I'm going to copy and paste. Let's take any one. Okay, this is the my abstract where I'm going to copy paste. Okay, so this publisher will suggest some of the journals based on the abstract. Aligned. What are the journals aligned with this abstract? Now you can see SN Business Economics, Asia Pacific Financial Markets. See the deadline also they have given. Submission to the first deadline, Journal of Quantitative Economics, Erosion Economic Review. So these are all the journal which is just suggesting by the, I mean, Springer, right? So that's what I'm telling here. Please make a note of it. We have journal finder tools of each publisher where it will be helpful for identify the journal related to our keywords or abstract. Okay, fine. Then, yeah, uh, the next one is very important. I was talking about the reliable journal, and also my suggestion is be aware about the predatory journal and cloned journal. So, what is a predatory journal? Predatory journal is uh, what is that? You will be having what is that? It will be fake review process, peer reviewer and all. They are not relevant to that respective domain. Quick publication process, not indexed in Scopus, unclear scope of the journal, and simply they will be charging fees. And then some journals they will be shown right, uh, 35.5 side score. That is not at all. I mean, that is not all fake. No proper indexing. These are all the predatory journals. Okay, then what is a clone? If you go to the all your mail spam, you can see in the spam mail, lot of predatory journal website will be there. So please don't look at those kind of things. So always please look at whatever we have discussed in the last 1 hour 15 minutes. Coming to this clone, this example of cloned journal. Now I'll give this task to everybody. You can see both the journal names are same. So which one is the original? Can I get some response? There is a journal called Journal of Engineering and Technology Management. Okay, quickly I'll just Journal of Engineering and Technology Management. Okay, what is that? What is a journal? Journal of what is a Journal of Engineering and Technology Man? I want to see the website. That's what a Journal of Engineering and Technology Management. See, one website and what is another one? Can you see here? And just see, this is also Journal of Engineering and Technology Management. This is also Journal of Engineering and Technology Management. Now, tell me, I'm just asking this clarification. Uh, Now I have to select one journal. Which one is the reliable? Okay, whether this one is reliable and that one is reliable. What is the first criteria I have to check? Can you just suggest two, three criteria based on what is our I mean, what was our discussion? Based on the discussions which we have done, you tell me what are the I have to I mean, which one is the reliable web page? What I should see? Indexation, fine. Indexation and publisher. This is also what is that? Okay, I'll just go one by one. Mm, sorry. See, this is also what is that? Okay, indexation. Indexation means what you're saying, sir. Indexation means what? Here. See, now indexation, fine. Okay, it's here. What is that? It is in Scopus. This uh, this journal also is in Scopus because of side score. Okay. Then what else? Apart from that, both are same. Then what else? Yeah, I got some response. Very good. The peer review process. Okay, listed in Scopus. Yeah, listed in Scopus. Yeah, it's there. I'm going to check. Is it listed in Scopus? Journal of Engineering, same, you can copy and paste. Scopus, this one. Okay, fine. No, it's there is a new name here, JETM. Fine, that's fine. Now, what is the next one? It is indexed. It is indexed. What we need to check next? SJR ranking. Okay. Okay. Then SJR ranking. Yes. Okay. As you mentioned, SJR ranking in this, you can see 4.8 impact factor. This is the one. And what about this? Can you see the difference? 6.7, 3.9. Sir, which one is reliable? What do we have to do? This is quite opposite. So what I have to do, I have to check which one is. The side score is 6.7. 6.7. Which one is reliable? Now we got one clarity. 6.7 is the Science Direct page. What about this? What about this? This is 7.2. So which one is reliable? One clarity we got it. Then, okay, very good. Scopus content coverage. I think much appreciation. Scopus content coverage. See, now side score we got identification. Let's take content coverage. Can you see? 25, let's take 25. Okay. In the 25, 48 documents. But here, this is in this, look at the last issue. The last issue is, yeah, all issues. Let's take all issues. In 2025, how many volume they've issued? Four, right? Four, okay, fine. For volume 78, how many article are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, 17. What is the content coverage? 48. That's fine. 17 means then if it is four issues, then okay, fine. Now look at this. Okay, look at this, which I have shown. Look at the last issues. I mean, the last issue is 2025. Can you see here? This is also a little confused. Again, four issues. I'm going to check volume 78. Look at look at all. How many articles they published? How many articles they published? In one issue, 84 articles they have published. So look at the content coverage. That's what I was telling. Content coverage is only 48. But how it is possible? So look at this. We'll take one title of the article. Let's take Green AI. Green AI. Copy this. Just put it in the Scopus as the article is indexed. Go to the search. Click this. It's gone. Not indexed. Whoever published in that particular journal, they have paid the fee, but not indexed. This is how the people are, simply they paid. I mean, can't do anything. Okay, now let's look at the another journal. Where is another journal? Yeah, let's take this journal article. AI augmented inferential. I'm going to copy, paste, click here. Are we getting? So which one is reliable? Yes. Which one is reliable? Now you have to tell me. It's good. I got a number of response. Which one is reliable? Which one? We got two websites. That's called the example of cloned. Which one is reliable? The one, this is called reliable Science Direct page. So this is completely cloned journal. This is completely cloned. That's what I mentioned the screenshot also. So please do not look at the cloned journal because people are just charging just like that by giving the name for sake. Okay, so clone journal, if you're doing, then that's what you are attending. You wanted to get that awareness. That's what you are all attending the sessions. Then there's another what is the not good journal? The impact factor you can see. What is a journal? IAEME. If you look at IAME, just any question. Yeah, there is a journal, IAME. Onto this one, IAEME. Yeah, see here, this journal, they would have mentioned somewhere impact factor, scope database index journal. What is a scope database? We have only scopus. What is a scope? See, that is uh, it makes what is that? People just think that, okay, it is a scopus. No, these are not Scopus index journal. That just mentions scope database. So don't think that this is Scopus database. Now again you can cross verify with the database. Clear. So these are all fake one. Don't believe that blindly. Fine. So whatever we have discussed, that is what is that journal publication. Apart from that, you can go for the book chapter publication also. Sir, what is a book chapter? Is it acceptable by the institution? Will it be add to our profile? Yes, it is valuable as well as it is acceptable by the institution as well as uh, it will increase our, I mean, it will be helpful for our profile building also. So if you are doing a research conceptually or review paper, or if you want to do something, then find out the call for book chapters in the social media platforms or in the respective publisher websites. You'll be getting a lot of things. You identify one themes and write the chapters so that you can contribute to the books. There are a lot of things you can see it in the LinkedIn. A lot of posts. It will be posted by the many academicians like us. Okay, wherever there is a call for book chapter, you have to look at it has to be indexed in Scopus. See, after the publication only, the chapter will be indexed in Scopus. The entire book will be indexed in Scopus. So wherever there is a Scopus, if you see in the call for book chapter, then you can go for the submission. There is no article processing charges for any book chapter publication. Clear? Fine. So that you can get it. This is the second type of publications where we can publish our work. And the third one is this, that conference proceeding publications. Now, many institutions are organizing conference. Okay, it's a good for presenting our papers in the conference to get the input. There will be mentioned publication opportunities. How many conference they have published the uh, whatever paper they have presented published. Only the selected articles will be taken for the publications. Okay, so you look at those kind of conference where the publication opportunities will they able to really publish of the good journals or not. So that is also acceptable. That conference proceedings, publications. Being academicians, we have to look at all these component. Okay, so then why we are talking about all those things? Finally, the outcome should be your profile should be looking like this. Okay, you have to see, it's not only for, okay, we are doing quality work, whatever we are thinking, we are just writing and publishing. The profile, what is the profile here? This is the profile here. So your name has to be appeared. So whoever published, you can see the Scopus profile page like this. If you are the beginners, please start work on that. So write the papers, find out the good journal based on whatever we have discussed, and then go for the publications. So it will be increased your profile building. How can we do the profile building? That's one of the things through publications. So we were talking about article, book chapter, conference. Yes, the scopus itself will be classified. This is article or not. See, this is the article first one, and this is the book chapter. Then article, article, article. See the article here, and then book chapter. And sometimes I have published conference proceedings also. You can see here somewhere would have mentioned. Yeah, it's a review papers. See, the scopus itself will be classified to many things. And then if you look at the very interesting, you can see your institution, how many publications in Scopus. So Christ 13,000. Like that, you can see Kristu, how many publications. Like your institutions, how many publications they have done. So that is also you can see. And then you can see if you click the show all information, will be getting wherever you are working affiliations. If you, I mean, wherever you are working in the previous, that is also will be shown here if you published with the respective affiliations. So total, you'll be getting number of documents published, citations, and what is the H index. Okay, fine. So I hope I'll be. I have done with this because I can take this for 3 4 hours also. So, but I've shortenly finished this session. If you have any questions, I will take because we have a time, 3 minutes time because they have given 5 to 6:30. If I have any questions, we'll take it. You can post your questions in the chat box. This is how you have to follow for selecting the right journal because I had a good, as I mentioned, good amount of experience. 2019, I had only 2 publications. After that, see if you look at my profile, this is my what is that? The graph. You can see the graph in 2024, 2023. 23, 24, 25 was the highest number of publications because uh, whatever I'm teaching in the class, uh, I will be converted into the research paper. So always 75% of the papers I have collaborated with my student only. So that is the way where we can develop our profile. We can collaborate with the students for more number of publications. See, it's not required. We need to publish a lot of papers, but at least even 1 or 2 also, it should be a quality paper and it should be reached to everybody and it should be useful to uh, the the people, society, students, the future researchers. Okay, that's the thing. And then, yeah, peer-reviewed journal is fine, sir. I think as per UGC, peer-reviewed means these are all the things. Especially it will be there, Scopus, Web of Science, ABDC. These are the peer-reviewed journal only. Yeah. Somu, sir.
Sir, hello.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, sir, Satish sir.
Yes, sir.
yeah. Questions you have? Any questions?
Participants, session is open for Q&A. If you have any queries.
I hope the session is useful to all of you. Uh, if you have any questions, you can ask anything related to that.
So like, sir is asking my work to see, sir.
So there's a question. There has been lot of charges for publication by Pallavi N in the chat box.
Charges will be there as I mentioned, APC. That depends upon, see, now don't look at the article. See, if you're looking, if they're charging means there is some journals, even though if it is a Q1, Q2, they will be asking because of editorial fees, reviewer fees. They will be having some bifurcation. Okay. Suppose if you're not okay with that APC, then don't avoid that APC. Go with the unpaid journals. That is my suggestion. There are a lot of unpaid journals also we have. See, APC is only for sometimes they'll be asking if your article is open access. If you want to publish your article in open access, they will be charging APC. Otherwise, they will not. Some journals. More than 1 lakh also, ma'am. More than 1 lakh also they'll be charging. It's up to our decision only.
Any questions?
No questions?
So we'll
So
conclude, sir.
surprised. Yeah. So
On
wish you
behalf
all
of
the
the
best. 1 minute, ma'am. Wish you all the best to all the participants. I hope you can incorporate all those things while selecting the right journal for the publication. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Can go ahead.
On behalf of the School of Business and Management, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed resource person, Dr. Sathish P, for delivering such an insightful and enriching session. Your valuable inputs and practical guidance have truly enhanced our understanding and will greatly support our research endeavors. I would also like to sincerely thank our management, organizing committee, and all the faculty members for their efforts. A special note of appreciation to all the participants for your active involvement and engagement. Thank you all for being a part of this FDP. Have a pleasant evening.
Yeah.
Participants, kindly note tomorrow, 13th February 2026. We'll have a session on fundamentals of research project proposal writing by Dr. Sridevi RS at the same time. Thank you.
Feedback being shared in the chat box. Take it down. Good question.
Participants, there is feedback session in the chat box. Kindly fill it.